in 15 hours, we will have the live stream Orange Piccolo LR Beast Gohan. I will be streaming on Twitch for that. Feel free to check it out. I should be live at the very least. If it's on the comments below, follow my Twitter and I'll let you all know when I'm live and give the link and everything. But regardless, very, very close. Today we're going to be going over my concept for what I think LR Orange Piccolo or could look like in game, right? What I would like to see, kind of like the over general gist of it, right? I think that, you know, Beast Gohan probably people are much more excited about, but Orange Piccolo deserves much love as well. I did do my Beast Gohan video, and that one should be up already. If you haven't seen it, feel free to check it out. But let's go ahead and just hop right in again. We know that, obviously, as LR, he starts off as Power Awakening Piccolo, and we're assuming that he's going to transform into Orange Piccolo. So that's what the concept is going to be based around, that he's going to be, you know, Power Awakened Piccolo transforming into Orange Piccolo. So let's hop right into it. Again, this is how the Orange Piccolo art looks like. Well, we don't know for sure. I don't think this is transformed art. This is probably like the effect of the untransformed art. So we don't even have the transformed art. We'll see all the details right here in this live stream. Very, very exciting. But all right, so for his leader skill here, I gave him basically a triple category leader skill. Dragon Ball Heroes, or no, Dragon Ball Super Heroes. So that's like kind of the equivalent of GT Heroes, but for Dragon Ball Super, it would be like, you know, all these super arcs, you know, Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, the Universe 6 tournaments, Tournament of Power, Goku Black Saga, right? And even in the future when we get like Moro, you know, even the movies like Dragon Ball Super Broly would count. Obviously Superhero would count, right? So that's going to be just a very good thing. And then Bottom Master and Disciple, I think that's just a category that needs a leader. And I think Piccolo is a good like option for that leader skill. And then just give Namekians, just throw Namekians in there, right? Just as an additional leader to give them an actual lead for the team as well. I think that's going to be very helpful, right? I can get some units like Nail on here, right? Nail could definitely be a good option on this team if he gets an EZA, right? So, yeah. Obviously, the 200% goes to Worthy Rivals and then Warrior Raising Earth. So, like, again, Vegeta's, Shinhan's gets to the top of my head, right? A lot of these characters, Piccolo's himself, obviously, would be under the 200%. Gohan would be under the 200%. If any Gohan's under the Bottom Master and Disciple or Dragon Ball Super Heroes categories, right? So, that's kind of the thought process behind it. Mostly just Gohan and Piccolo's. Even on Pan, I think Pan is under the... Pan should be on the Bottom Master and Disciple team, right? Dragon Ball Super Pan. So, because he's training under Piccolo. I would assume she would be under, obviously, the Bottom Master and Disciple team. And she will, of course, be on Warriors Raised on Earth. So, very, very good kind of, like, thought process I feel behind the leader skills. Even the Gammas should be under the 200%. So, I mean, in terms of running an actual superhero team, this Piccolo will probably might even be just a better option than Beast Gohan in terms of pure leader skill and the buffs, right? But again, this is presuming that you've seen the Beast Gohan actual video, so I guess you don't have to, but if you want to, check that out first. That probably would, I guess, be ideal, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. Super attack effects, right? I basically just give him like kind of reverse super attack effects. He raises defense on his 12 key super attack. I mean, his 18 key, my bad. Greatly raises attack for the turn, Mega Colossal Damage, and he seals. Then his 12 key raises attack, so that's a stacking, obviously. 50% defense for the turn, Colossal Damage, and lowers attacking defense. I feel, you know, what I'm thinking for the ceiling super attack is I'm thinking of he's doing the special beam cannon, right, for his 18 key, and then he seals. Then he hits you with that giant rock thing that he does for his 12 key, and then that kind of lowers your attack and defense, right? I think, you know, just giving them these super battle abilities for early on could be helpful just for that content. And, you know, it's not like some red zone stages can be sealed early on, stunned, attack, lord, right? So these are just going to be helpful effects in general. And yeah, I think Piccolo definitely, it makes sense for a Piccolo unit to get that. A lot of Piccolos do have some debuffing going on, or at least stunning or sealing, right? So I think that's pretty cool. 50% defense for the turn is quite strong. So his passive skill. Again, he activates the entrance animation once only, then gives key to 40% attack and defense, and then he gets super effective against all types for the rest of the battle. When there's another Bottom Master and Disciple category aligned the team. Again, when I say for the rest of the battle, this buff actually would last even once his transformation goes active. The super effective against all types. And the same with the stats, right? So he would carry over these 2 key and 40% attacking defense to his transformed state. At least in terms of the concept, again, if you have to like change the game for it or whatever, or you have to like just add it to that transform path, so that's fine. But that's the idea behind it, where he keeps these buffs even after transforming. So that's pretty cool. Key 5, attack and defense plus 150% and then 30% damage reduction. He gives all allies key 2 and 30% attack and defense. Then as the first attacker or the second attacker in the turn, he gets an additional 20% damage reduction, an additional 70% attack and defense, and he does an additional that has a high chance to become a super attack. As the third attacker in the turn, he gets 70% extra defense. He gives a further support buff of 20% attack and defense to allies, and 30% additional damage reduction. So let's say as the first attacker, he essentially has the 50% reduction with the additional. As the third attacker, he has the extra support and the extra 10% reduction for a total of 60%. So that's kind of what help him age better. Like, as this Piccolo ages out and gets less relevant in difficult content, and you kind of want to float him off, you will get the extra reduction and even the support buff, right? So that's kind of the idea behind it. Or, if you maybe just need to push them off rotation, maybe have bad rotations, you aren't necessarily punished for it, even though you would probably ideally be in slot 1 and 2. At least, with his current relevancy right in the game, in terms of his kit, I think he would be pretty strong, obviously, but that's kind of the idea behind his kit right here. Yeah. His active skill can be activated after receiving 7 more attacks, or when 4 turns have passed and HP 77% or below. His link skill, just kind of general Piccolo link skill: Brainiacs, Namekians, Cold Judgment, Experienced Fighters, Shocking Speed, First Battle, Legendary Power. Even then, I think, a lot of the units on the superhero team, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, First Battle. Gamma 1 has that. I expect Gohan will have that, plus probably, Legendary Power. And then, the Namekians, the Experienced Fighters, Brainiacs even will help him with other Piccolos. So let's say, Nail gets an easy A, Physical Piccolo gets an easy A, right? That would be pretty cool for them to share these links right there. So, again, this is his transformation to Orange Piccolo. I've seen some people saying he could revive into Orange Piccolo. And whilst I think that definitely is possible, I feel like I would just prefer it to be a transformation, because we already have a really good revive unit on like the movie hero scene, for example, Carnival Goku. But I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. Just a thought process right there. But yeah, I feel like I would like it to be a transformation, but I could see why some people would want it to be a revive. Revives are very powerful. So this is when he's Orange Piccolo. He has a 50% attack and defense raise on his 12 key, still colossal damage. Then his 18 key, 100% attack and defense raise, massive raise for the turn, and obviously mega colossal. So these are the strong super attack effects, right? Just basically what these 7 years do have. He doesn't have the nullification, but these are still very good for him. He's going to be quite busted, right? So he just recovers 40% HP. Just once only, right? But still. Key 7 and 170% attack and defense. 70% damage reduction. And then with each turn that passes, he loses 5% up to 20%. So by the time you're on his basically, I guess, third appearance, he will have the 50% reduction. It works like Golden Frieza, where it goes away even on the off rotation that he's not on. So it'll be like, he's rotation 1, he loses I don't think he loses it instantly, right? But I don't know for sure. I guess he does, based on how it's worded, but still. He would basically get up to down to 50% reduction, which is still pretty good. But that very first turn, he'll be basically invincible. For each attack he receives, he gets 70% attack and defense, and then 10% chance to crit. 10% attack and defense up to 70%, and then a 10% chance to crit up to 50% chance to crit. Now, the crit isn't necessarily needed because he's already super effective, but they like doing that a lot, and I think it could be at least useful in certain situations. He has a high chance. Now, this is the good one. I think this is probably one of the best parts of his kit. High chance to nullify unarmed or other super attacks, right? So, let's think of Cell Max, for example, who has a super attack classified as other. He has a 50% chance to just straight up nullify it. Obviously, the animation would be when Gamma 2 is punching him, and he just, is kind of there. I mean, he could also technically have a blast nullification, I guess, right? If he, because he was blasted by the Red Ribbon Army soldiers. But yeah, again, technically he can have a blast animation like I said, but doesn't really. I feel like this is enough. A lot of these bosses do other super attacks, and again, even if he doesn't nullify Ki Blast, not the worst thing ever, I guess. Yeah, that's just my thought process. He also does recover 2% HP at the end of turn with each attack received, so that stacks. So if he takes 5 attacks, he'll recover 10% HP at the end of turn. He also gets an additional 70% attack and then a high chance to nullify enemy's next action when Ki's 24 or more. So whenever Ki's 24 or more, he does have the chance to nullify. You could probably make that guaranteed. Let me know if you guys would. I think that he's strong enough without it. Again, this guy is kind of like, disrupting attacks, healing, tanking. That's kind of, again, my little thought process about it. Orange Piccolo being a really strong tank unit. Again, that's how at least I view him. Though obviously he is very strong offensively too. So yeah, he can also turn into a giant form. I guess one last thing I should note. The Experienced Fighters Link became First Awakens. I did the same thing for my Beast Gohan concept, and that's why I think having the First Awaken could be cool, and just giving more units that link would be helpful. But yeah, giant form isn't really anything too special, but probably would be, well, never mind, I probably would be the best giant form in the game. Right, again, he has the greatly raised and massively raised attack temporarily. For his 18 key, it's a massive, obviously, and the 12 keys greatly. He changes Agile key spheres and S-tier key spheres to rainbow. He changes tech key spheres, to physical, I mean. Then he changes the tech key spheres to rainbow. Then he also just has 3 key and then guaranteed crits, so yeah, that's my Orange Piccolo. Obviously, I think he'd be very strong. I don't know. I like this passive. It's really good, but I feel like maybe I can give him one extra thing, maybe? I don't know. Maybe just a guaranteed nullification. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, though, of the concept. Again, I did do Beast Gohan. If you haven't seen that one, feel free to check it out. But thank y'all for watching. Let me know how excited you are about Orange Piccolo as well, and I will catch you next time.